Show me. What are you doing? It's fine, don't write on it though. Are you watching it on Twitch? Okay. Don't write any messages. Don't call me dad, because people will know that you're my son and they'll take the mic.
What will they say?
I don't know, right, come on, I've got to go. Good boy, Lily. Okay. Loves you. Hello everyone, it's Game Junkie here, and today is Monday, which can only mean one thing, and that means some more streaming of Captain of Industry. Hopefully you will have had a chance to view some of the previous stream over the recent weeks. We're now on episode 6 of, well, Captain of Industry. However, the last update we was fortunate enough to have update 2, I should say, not episode 2. So in the last in the last episode that we streamed last week, I think it was last Friday, we went through a few of the features of the recent update. So again, we'll continue to do that in this episode, and I think what we'll look to do is also try and get up to glass making, just so we can start to build and improve the vehicles that we've got, because again that's just going to help out with the efficiency. So in the chat I think we've got Chibi 2016 that's watching today, so hello and welcome to you. As ever, if you are fortunate enough to like the stream, please can I ask that you do follow, subscribe and also like. Just helps YouTube push me out there, and then hopefully we'll get a bit of a bigger audience as we go through. So let's jump in. Okay, so here we are, and again just a bit of a recap as to what happened last stream. I think we sorted all the diesel issues out that we started with in the last stream. It was a bit of a death spiral that started there, but we've sorted that, and I think everything other than the copper, which is over here, no, not there, that's the wood over here, we're starting to improve on that because we were completely out at one point. So again, leading into a bit of a death spiral with the electronic parts. However, that, as you can see, is looking fairly healthy for the time being. So what I think we need to do is perhaps look at finding a suitable location for our glass production that, as I say, I really want to get to the end of in this episode. So let's unpause the game and begin. So I'm just going through the chat. Chibi, can I please have a shout out? So shout out to Chibi. I can't see you. Interesting. Everything's coming out my end. Just try and leave the stream and rejoin. See how you get on. Okay, so coal supply is looking fairly healthy over there. How much more have we got to dig? So we'll just reset that another depth just down there to keep them nice and busy. We don't want that coming to a standstill. Let's just clear these notifications. We've now discovered wheat seed. That'll be good later on in the game. Vehicle parts, copper and rubber. Brilliant. Right. So we've got no vehicles. I think we just started to excavate all this mound of iron ore as well with the trucks, so we can keep that going. So now unlock the cracking unit, which essentially will convert the fuel gas, by providing fuel gas and oxygen, will then give us diesel as well as water. So that's another alternative, but at the minute we don't obviously have any production of the fuel gas there, so that's going to be rather hard for us to make much use of at this stage. We've got the aerobic digester too, so again we can convert our potatoes over into fuel gas and compost, which will be good again if we have excess amount of potatoes, but for the time being we don't, so we won't look at any of that. We also have the burner, which can convert our waste, burns it into air pollution, but for the time being we can just dump it overboard. Chibi, just a quick verification. Are you able to see the stream now? So I'm just going to untick all these pipes here because we've seen them, we know what they all are. And again with the cracking unit, just so we can keep on top of all these. Buildings, maintenance depot, so that's the more upgraded version. I think we've got one of those already, so we'll get rid of that. Buildings, vehicle depot 2, forestry control tower, all the ramps and the retaining walls. Again we can look at that later on. Food market 2 we've installed. The cargo modules, again for the time being we're not going to need those, nor are we going to need the trees. And the surfaces, again these are new to update 2, but for the time being I'm not looking at utilising them just yet. So we're currently recycling, we're currently researching cycling. So in the terms of priorities we've got recycling there, water recovery, which will be good for steam I suppose. To be fair, I think I'm not going to look at the sulfur processing just yet, nor the water recovery, because as I say, I'm conscious I want to get straight towards this route just here. So we'll go with recycling. That's always good to start building that up. Right, the potatoes again are looking fairly sparse, so potentially just keep an eye on that. We may have to invest in another farm, but as I said in one of the previous episodes, it may well be that we can't actually fit it in that gap just there, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Oh, I've got no copper ore production, and again the tank's fairly light there. Let's put another truck on that. Alright, so just checking out this here. There's nothing that we can start prepping for. Obviously we are at some point going to have to upgrade our lab equipment, presumably that will go into another assembly point 3, which we can look to run sort of from about this area here. Right, the concrete blocks are all full, which is good. Looks like we've got full everything bar the copper, which is all good. Right, so perhaps are these ticking by? And they are. Right, so let's just fast forward time there. Start getting these recycling skills underway. And GB states, "You're my favourite streamer." Oh, thank you very much. What sort of games do you like to play, GB? Fortnite. Oh. And Roblox. Yeah, not some games that I've played, but I'm certainly aware of them. Small excavator out of fuel. Shouldn't be. Well, the tank's big enough. Let's just upgrade that because the diesel is a commodity we're always going to use. And again, we'll do the same with the oil there, just because we will be using the fluids. There we go, that can keep everything pumping nicely. So we just need to keep the copper ore nice and full there. The trucks, as you can see in the distance, are picking that up. What I could try is, if we clear the trees there, I'm not sure where the tree harvester are, or is at the time being, let's just remove that. We can send the tree harvester over there, and then if needs be, I suppose we can start excavating this area for the other farm. Mine control tower has no place to dump products, so that's probably because, and it is, this area here is pretty full, so let's just take that out over there. That'll allow everywhere to dump. Right, no research. Let's have a look, see. So why is that remove what I've told it to do? Let's have a quick look. So we need to unlock that. Ah, right, that's why. So yes, in order for us to unlock and research lab 3, it's telling us then that we have to have the sulfur process as well as the chemical plant paper, which will feed in there. Presumably then, yeah, so the lab equipment plus the paper and the steel will give us lab equipment too. That's why that is then. Righty ho. Right, so I'm just trying to think what we're likely to do then. So if we're going to need some steel. Right. So we are losing people, presumably due to a cold. Right, that's not good. Biomass collection. So the biomass collection collects organic waste, leftover food typically. If a settlement does not have this model built, the organic waste ends up in the general waste. So presumably, again, that'll be good to have because we'll be able to utilise that at some point in the future. So we'll just get that built now so we can have a bit of a stockpile built as and when we need it. Not enough workers, so let's just activate the beacon once more. We'll unload the ship. That's what we did last time as well. We also armed the ship with the cannons, 2 on the front, 2 on the rear. Right, open research. Let's have a look. What was that? Where has it gone? Biomass collection, waste sorting plant, as well as recycling. So yeah, this is going to take 45 workers, which is obviously a huge amount given that we don't have many available at the minute. We have 31. Quite a demand on power as well, 300 kilowatts. However, I suppose we can plan for it at very least. I'm trying to think what we did. So you can enable this to give us 18 recyclables. There's also another one. I'm trying to think what else produces recyclables. So if you hit F1, you can get into the recycling menu. And this should tell us what produces. Research 2. Bro, so that is mounting up. So we are going to have to build our research lab somewhere up here then. Okay, so how shall we build that? For the time being, just slow down the time. We can have a loose do a loose conveyor there for the recycling, and then we're going to need the recycle. Where are they? Can I see it for looking? Research 2 labs there. I'm thinking we can have perhaps one there, one there. So that will feed in from here across over a conveyor belt into thinking about it, That's not going to work, is it? So let's do a cut. We'll bring that over here somewhere. Well, for the time being, think about it. As we've got these two and they're not too far away, we can conveyor belt over, or even build a ramp, I suppose. Probably look at doing that. And then we can bring the construction, no, not the construction parts, the research parts into the research labs. And then the back end, we can then look to build our waste sorting pipe or plant. So we need to flip it around. Something like that. And then we go get our conveyor belts. We can just go 2 out, 2 there, and 2 there. Now you might be thinking, what's going on? Oh, I am, because that's that. So we can go, not flat sorter, we want our U-shaped sorter. That one, copy that, flip that, rotate, pop that there, and then what we look to do is with our storage, we can go 1, 2, 3. So this in short will sort iron scrap, copper scrap, as well as broken glass and gold scrap. Now gold we're not going to be looking at picking up anytime soon, so for the time being we're not going to do anything with, but what we will do, I suppose, is we'll shorten this. I'm just mindful of the amount of land space. We don't need to necessarily tie everything up. We can go 1 there and another one there. So if we copy that one, bam, 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 and bam. So this one will be gold, this one can be glass, this one can be say iron, that one can be copper, and then we'll go over here, copy that one, rotate, and we can stick that there. U-shaped conveyor, bang, bang, and again just there. And I know you're now going to say, Nathan, I thought you were going to do ramps. But if I do ramps now, they'll they'll mess everything up. So we'll keep as is, something like that, just so the trucks can pass under the blueprint. Bang, bang. So I've got 49 workers now, I think. That's going to give us 18 refugees in less than 9 months. So we can for the time being. Pause that. Load the crew back onto the ship, and then we'll set that sail somewhere there. Hopefully we'll get some refugees whilst out and about. That will be very beneficial, and we'll put them to use. As if by magic, new refugees, 18, thank you. And again, we'll just get these rocking and rolling, just because the research facility has already started making scrap metal. And there you go, it's pumping it out, as you can see already. Wow, that's full already, look. So let's set these conveyor belts. So that one is sorting copper scrap. So copper scrap to the right. This one we said iron scrap, so that can filter iron scrap. So that's going to take 400. So although we haven't got the staff or the workers at the minute, we'll get that started, just because we don't have 400 construction parts. So that will get all this production line moving again, and it will take some time to get those built. So we've got 80 construction parts dropped off so far, 111 now, and that's pretty much emptied all the construction parts. Ships in battle, who's going to win? Hopefully us, with 2 cannons as opposed to their 1. Brilliant. Victory for us, defeat for them. So we've also now unlocked the radar system, which will help us unlock the ship's further upgrades as we move forward. Brilliant. Okay, so we have got 2 trucks waiting. It's just a case of the excavator Sulfur processing now unlocked. Let's take a look at that. So this is something that perhaps we can actually use now. So let's just dive in all the way over here. We've also unlocked the mixer. So sulfur and water will give us acid, which I think is a further upgrade then on the copper. Eventually we can put acid instead of water into the copper electrolysis plant, and that will give us even more copper, which again makes more efficiency.
Archie, stop it!
So right, okay, so let's do some planning, shall we? This is going to take sour water. Where's our steam? We can flip that. We can put that on the back there. Our sour water. What we can do is put a pipe balancer just there, with a view of saying you can come round. Connect that up like so. In fact, we will quick deliver that. This one we'll get rid of. Take that one back there and that one there. Connect that up like so. That one up also. So what? So we'll say that the priority is out into this, and if not, you can then go through the balancer and be dumped out at sea. So again, what we'll do is we'll put another pipe balancer there. And we'll remove those. Get ready with that one to connect there. Just like that. And again, what am I doing? So here we'll say that the priority in is this one. And then we're going to have to get some steam somehow. From here, let's go over to 2 tiles. Like that. There we are. And we'll unbuild the, we'll start to build the pipe just so we can get the steam all charged up in the line. Okay, now I'm going to do the dishwasher. So this will start to give us sulfur as well as a bit of ammonia. So again, if you're not sure what you can do with those, F1, sulfur here. I can't remember. 8 and 2. Okay, so the ammonia or sulfur. So if the sulfur is going to be important as and when we come to needing fertilizer later on. Not necessarily something that we need now, but the naphtha and the sulfur will give us another ingredient, which I think the naphtha we've not made as yet. So we've still got a full warehouse of construction parts 1. Just because we've got the construction 3 parts in demand, I've just boosted that there. Erin, shut up! So we are halfway through the recycling plant. Still in need of some more workers, so let's send that back out. In fact, the armour plating hasn't been upgraded, so we'll do that as well. Shut up! just prioritise this building here because we do need to get the recycling underway really. And get the beacon underway as well. Okay. Chemical plants. What's that going to need? So that's going to need wood chips, limestone, steam high. So again, we're going to have another issue here with the steam high because our steam is all the way over here. That produces 48 and that takes 24 high. So let's have a look. How's that going to work? Actually, I suppose that could work. So wood chips, we're going to need a is it a compactor shredder? That one. Right, so the shredder. Yeah, so how do you shred that then? We'll look at getting something planned, but again that will be over here just because we've got the steam generated, the water I think, was that part of it? I don't know, we'll find out in a minute. How are we doing with this? So we need what, another 94? Right, so that water tank over there is still looking low. And I think we've about excavated all that coal as well. Crikey. Okay, so what we can do is let's set that up. We'll get rid of that bit there. And we'll hit the F key and try and level that off. There we are. Let's just hit 3 speed. We'll add that just because the inevitable will happen where we've got to upgrade anyway, so might as well do that in advance. So we just need 12 mechanical parts by the looks of that, so are we all out again? What up, here we are. Interesting. Right, let's upgrade that one, because we don't want to be without that. Beast. Alright, so we are coming up to our close limit here, so again, just bearing in mind not enough housing. Right, as if by magic we did predict that, so hopefully this should start to be constructed, which it is. New refugees also, so that's given 18. Still not quite enough. Come on. Chemical plant and paper. So the mix we've seen, crude oil, right, so wood chips, lime, steam, which gives us 12 paper. That's how we get our wood chips then, so that's also construction parts 3. So I'm conscious I don't want to connect this to this in any way, because what will happen is it will just chew all through that without sort of really stopping it. So we're not going to do that. We can have an import truck on that one. Where is the question? So paper, let's just have a quick look. What actually consumes paper then? So it'll be assembly 3 and lab 2 to make, sorry, lab equipment. So we could do with that roughly somewhere over here, close to the steel and lab equipment. I wonder if there's an actual way of getting all this, okay, perfect efficiency. Who knows? Not enough workers, not enough housing, settlements overcrowded. Yes, I know, I'm on it. Still don't have enough to Unity build, sadly. Let's just boost these babies. Bit of a demand at the minute with all these construction parts. No workers. No, indeed there isn't. But at least that now has allowed that to start. So let's unload that. We're still at -2. We'll mark this as a priority just to get the settlement back. New refugees, hooray. So I am going to pause that. We don't need that running because we've got no outputs just yet. That should give us enough staff, workers, whatever you want to call them, back. And we have the recycling plant is working. And there we go, it's all working, good to see. So I'll just turn these down as well so we can get everything emptied. Right, okay. So the copper should be going in there fine. But really, I've got no idea if this will allow us to do this, but let's have a look. If we go there, not iron ore, but we want to go iron scrap. Up there, conveyor belts. Onto there like so. Will that allow us? Let's have a look, see. Take the boost off that one, slow down slightly. So that is consuming 12 and these are making 12, so yeah, that should start to increase. So research lab 3 is not far from being constructed or unlocked, on research, whatever you want to call it. New refugees. So that's prioritise iron scrap. So is that one. So is that one. We'll swap those over. Brill, right. Come on, we must have 30 by now. I'm just going to pause that. Putting this now, it's already done, okay. Tree harvesters harvested. Carry on then. Get rid of those and that one. Oh, that is a shame, isn't it? Right, okay. Get that built. There we go. Plenty of capacity again. So we can load the crew. And let's... Do we put the armour on that? No. So let's put the armour back on. Continue with that one. Research. Salt production there. No love available, so let's remove that then. Basic water distillation. Just while we're waiting for the other bits and bobs, unlock it all. Mine control tower, right, so that's done also. There we are. So we're low on wood. Okay. So a moment of truth. Let's see if this iron scrap will be consumed on a mixed belt. It certainly looks like it will. Are you still on the stream, Chi? Okay.
Why did you tell me to stop?
Because you were spamming me.
No, I just wanted to talk to you.
Bro, concrete's all good. So the iron is not so. But presumably that's because we have a lack of iron ore. Refugees, we've got 18 another again. So we have the salt distillation process now. And again, we'll just slow the time down. Refresh my memory about the salt. Or water, let's go. Water desalination. Seawater. So the seawater pump will pump 108 units every 60. The basic distiller will then take 66 coal, and that will give us that water with brine. Then we can convert the brine into various things. But I know we do need some steam elements. I'm thinking perhaps we can utilise this as our salt making process. That sounds good to me. So I've got no wood or iron at the minute. That is not good. Let's give you another truck. Still waiting for 146 there, so what's that? That's another 54 left remaining. That's probably where all the iron's gone. And then after that area, we'll get rid of this bit here. Upgraded that one just to stay on top of the mechanical part demand. So we can set that to accept the sulfur. And then we'll get another storage unit there set up for the ammonia. We'll unpause that. So there we go. Got the sour water stripper. Sour stripper up and running. We've got an extra housing unit set up. What we do need to look at is our paper and the seawater. In terms of the other bit, I'm just looking there. Thermal distillation. And that does require the lab. Okay. So this is the bit that I mentioned, the acid, if you see there. That'll give us 24 copper. So let's just have a see how we're going on with that. Yeah, we've got nothing. So that's going to take 24, and that makes 24. So our demand is 24. So we are going to have to get this on acid. So where is that then? There it is. We'll do that one after the stacker. At least that'll give us 24, 424. Right, acid. We've not unlocked that yet, have we? So sulfur along with water will give us acid. And I'm just thinking we might as well make that here. We've got the water and we've got the sulfur. So what we'll do is we'll go conveyor belt there, onto that one, and a pipe from there onto that one. One pipe there, and then we can pop a storage tank on the end. That will be our acid. Quick deliver that one. There we are. So that'll get the acid underway. Ammonia. What can we do with ammonia then? Ammonia. What's double M? So we can burn it, which is obviously not good, or we can utilize the ammonia and the oxygen into the fertilizer once we've got the chemical plants. Right. So the chemical plant. Cancel that. Start that one. Nathan's being silly. Remove that one. That doesn't need coal, Nathan. What are you doing? So we do need steam. Steam can come from there, or flip that, put it there somewhere. I'm thinking put it that way actually, and we can go towards the back. And that needs then a limestone. And wooden chips. So the wooden chips machine thingamabobby is somewhere around here, he says. Why can I not find it? No, 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 no. Shut it there. Bang. Presumably this is going to be on a flat oh no, you, okay. I was going to say I thought it would be a flat conveyor, but there we are. We shall leave that like that. The paper, however, is a square, so we'll put that just there. And again, we only need a small storage facility for this one. I'm going to stick that just there, and we'll set that to paper. So this obviously isn't as efficient as I'd perhaps like, but the issue we've got is obviously for us to have all of this together, we're going to have to set up yet again another steam processing plant, which I don't like doing if we've already got steam. Set up over here, so that chemical plant should start making sufficient paper, and then when we go to the paper lab equipment and paper with steel will make lab 2 equipment, which is what's needed. Just checking the research at the minute. Research 2 there, yeah. So is it going to be a minimum of level 2 that makes those? No, it is level 3, okay. Yes, it's this. So take lab equipment, which is that one. plus paper with steel, which will make lab equipment too. And as this is the primary thing, we will base it on that. So just there, like that one. This one, deselect that, and select that. And then we'll have to upgrade. And there we go, that's starting to load them up nicely. I'm sure it will start putting a bit of demand on here, so again we'll just get another vehicle underway. Stacker, we'll get rid of that, we know about that. Food's looking good. Paper, we've got none as yet. We're still short on wood, let's have a look. Oh no. I'll just drop that down a little bit just so it will allow us to start to export. Just going to do speed 3 once more, just to unlock that copper refinement. We might as well send the ship out somewhere. How about there? Yep. Bye bye. New refugees. We've got 47, so I'm just going to switch that off for the time being. So right, we're just waiting for some of these. No. And in order to help that on its way, we need some papers. Let's set that a little higher. Come on, we need some wood over here. There we go. Location explored, brilliant. Grand, so that should churn out some papers nicely. Right, so mine tower here has no designation, so we don't want that. Might as well just carry on what you've been doing already and take it all across the way. Where's the paper then? Oh dear. Have you got the paper on board? Yes, you have. So if you take it over there, that should start generating some lab parts too. And there we go. And that's given us 4 then. That's given us 12. That's just made another 8, which is what we need. So bang. So then again, we are going to need one of those somewhere like so. Conveyor belt in the middle. Something like that, and that should start churning out nicely. And there we are. So that produces 8 every 60, whereas in this is only 4. So that doubles the amount of recyclables that we can recycle. Look at the research go there. Wow. So the water is going to need re-plumbing because this will become a acid tank. So one up there, and we'll go one more. Somewhere like that. Come on. Just hit the wrong part there as well. That is annoying. Okay. Let's go back up to that one. Under there like so. And then small fluid tank. Just like that. Here we go again. So pipe across and down. Ugh. 1, 2. One, two. Oh, this game does drive me up the wall when it does these silly things. Oh. There, like that. This then is going to be the acid. Bang, start delivering. I want to keep that like that. Copper refinement done. No research. What do I want to do now? We want that one because we want salt, but we're also going to need that. There we are. The acid is being fed into there, so that should help with our copper. Just boost that just to get the stocks up and running once more. Brilliant. Just start to multiply the manufacturing. Getting nice and deep down there, isn't it? Again, we'll start to dig into this bit here and drive it through that way. Not enough maintenance. Presumably because we've got no iron. No idea why they're going around there to come back on themselves. Okay, let's put another truck on that. Okay, so whilst we've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes or so, we've not obviously got anywhere near where I was aiming to get. So that's slightly disappointing. However, I do think I'm going to call it a day there, certainly for at least this title today. So in terms of a recap, what have we actually done? So we've cleared obviously all the trees over there. We have implemented the new recycle element, upgraded our research hubs, as well as now moved on to lab parts 2, and then over on the industrial side of town, as well as unlocking our biomass. We have unlocked and set up our sour water stripper and our acid maker, with the view of utilising that in the copper electrolysis plant. Put my teeth in. So we've got a few bits done. Yes, as you can see, our maintenance has depleted. Not good. So the quick win there for me at least is pausing that belt there, so any subsequent iron will be now fed directly into the belt that feeds the maintenance plant. What? Later. Mum's watching TV. I'll see you in a minute. I'm switching this on a minute. Hang on. So there we go. We'll just boost that. But I think what doesn't help as well... No, we've got copper, so that's good. So yeah, it is simply the... mechanical part element of it. So there we go, that should feed that nicely. $24, that'll be 24. So that's consuming 60 at that rate, and that's not going to be sustainable, certainly with this setup at least, so we'll have to revisit that. But there we are. For the time being, we'll remove these boosts though. Let's just put our Unity clicker on. We can turn all that off, just simply because we've got our stock, and that is all balanced out at the minute at least. So there we are. For those that tuned in today, Chibi 2016, thank you for being here today. And for those that may watch this on record, again, thank you. Please hit the like and subscribe / follow button. It means a lot. It won't mean too much to you guys, I'm sure, but it does to me in the channel. So please hit that, and that will hopefully let the channel grow. Thank you for spending your Monday evening with me, and I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.